Hello, this is Angelo.
Hello, this is Alexandra.
And we are here with the fourth coaching masterclass for Project Next Thrive with title Steve's Job. So, to give you a hint of what we will be talking about today, and once again, I'm sure you have realized by now that we will be finding the most creative titles for this masterclass series.
We love creative titles.
We just moved an S to give you a hint of what we will be talking about today. And it is basically the number one job of Steve Jobs. So, what is that?
What is that?
Before we say what it is about, let us give you a quote, a very powerful quote and very fitting to what we will be talking about today from Henry Ford.
So Henry Ford said, a market is never saturated with a good product, but it is very quickly saturated with a bad one.
Right.
Makes you think, right? So, excellent quote.
This is what we will be talking about today. Sometimes I don't know about you, but both Alexandra and I, we are from the very beginning of this journey. We are very hooked on personal development and business development / digital marketing. And sometimes when you're so excited about your new subjects, the subjects that actually help you grow, you forget your number one subject, which is what we will be talking about today and what we call the fourth M. So, before we begin, let me ask you this. I mean, we cannot hear you right now, but we can get a feel from you, right? Do you agree with Dean Graziosi's 3 M's? Mindset, what is the next one?
Marketing.
Right. And the third?
Momentum.
And we absolutely agree that these three, let's say, are the fundamental pillars of growth. But there is a fourth one that if it is not there, it makes the three obsolete. And what is that?
So it's the secret number 4, the fourth M, right?
It is what we call manufacturing. And of course, it is more of an old age term, okay? Because as we move to more and more into a digital era, we tend to forget that there are things that are actually being produced in factories. And most of the stuff that we have in our lives are still built in workshops and factories. No matter how odd this may sound, and no matter how hooked we are with the digital age and social media. And you know what? You're watching a digital video or image, but you're watching it on a physical product, right? Your smartphone. So, always remember this, and always remember also that it is much easier for you to visualize something that is tangible, right? So, think about manufacturing as the attitude towards the best possible product.
Right, exactly.
So, most probably...
It doesn't have to do if it's physical or not, right?
It doesn't.
We just use the word manufacturing as the fourth M.
Exactly.
Right?
So basically what really matters is to have a great product.
And an amazing product, right? That will make the difference.
Exactly. It's been about 2 months now since the beginning of Time to Thrive Challenge. And maybe you still remember like the core. And one of the fundamental things we've talked about is the winning product framework. Just 3 things that you need to have to pick, to select a winning product. But back then, we were talking about your starting point. Now, we want to take this starting point. You are here, remember the map that every tourist is craving for,
right,
you know,
exactly.
So, you're here now, you have a winning product, you've made this selection, and we will go through it just in case you don't exactly remember what it's all about. But then, you need to go from a winning product to a great product. And why is that? Because the better the product, the easier the marketing. The better the product, the easier the marketing. The better the product,
the easier the marketing.
That is right. So we are making our lives easy by introducing a good product and then a better product and then a better product in the marketplace. And in the digital age, this is easier than ever.
And one little side note on this, when we say a better product, an amazing product, the best possible product that you can make, it's product is product or service, right? A course. Imagine that from the point of view of your ideal client, right?
Exactly.
What is the best for them, not what you consider to be the best.
Yes.
What you consider to be the best is a bit irrelevant even, right? You have to step in the shoes of your ideal customer, of your avatar, and think what's best for them. What do they need right now? What is the solution you can offer in a way that makes their life easier, solves the problem for them, and helps them move forward to their destination?
Perfect 10 for Alexandra.
Ooh, thank you. I get a silver star.
Okay. What Alexandra said, I had a problem with this so many times in the past. You know, when you fall in love with your product,
Yes,
which is actually
yes.
the most important thing, to be something that you're truly passionate about. So L is for love, things that you really love doing. K is for the things that you know. And M is things that there is actually a market for.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So the better the product, the easier
The marketing, right?
So now that we have a winning product, we need the fourth part, the fourth pillar of the framework in order to have a great product.
I like
So,
that. From a good
things that
product
you love,
to a great product.
things that you can, there is a market for, and things that you know. And remember from the previous webinar when we introduced you to the framework types, and one of our favorite is the inverse pyramid, in the sense that once you have this tip on at the bottom, you can understand, you can tell that it is very easy for that pyramid to tip, you know, and collapse.
Yes.
So why are we leaving this one blank? Because here now we need to introduce the fourth part, and
Right.
Alexandra has definitely much better handwriting than
So
I.
I will try to write it right in front of the
No,
camera.
I think you can
right?
write it once. Okay,
Let me try this.
she's an expert at this. You can tell.
Yes.
Wow.
So,
Yes.
what does this stand for?
It's constant. Those of you who follow Tony Robbins, you know, more than a while, you definitely heard of that term. Constant and never-ending improvement.
Right?
But what does that have to do? This is usually, you know, like a personal development term. No, it is a product development term as well.
Yes.
And this is what
Absolutely.
you need to have your mind on. Once you create a digital, just a moment. Once you create a physical product, it is not so easy to get an improvement, right? And it might take a while.
Right.
It might take, you know, like months of testing and making sure that it is a better product.
The
and it
materials,
is,
the
you know, like
production line,
it satisfies all, you know, like the safety guidelines and all, you know, these regulations and so on. If you have a digital product and you're not happy with module 2.1, you just make another
Yes. It's so
2.1.
easy. The
You
magic of digital.
Yes, you just leave everything else as it is and you just change one video. You just change one landing page. You just change one thank you
email,
page, one
thank
email.
you, one webinar, right?
Right.
It's
How
that easy.
easy it is to have a better digital product. It is insanely easy. So, what did Jim Rohn used to say though? What is easy to do is also easy.
Not to do, right?
Right.
Yes.
So-
True. Very true.
We wouldn't be here if we are not hooked, completely hooked, with the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love.
Yes.
And this is a relatively short masterclass, so you now have absolutely no way
excuse.
out of this and no excuse, and go about your exercises. Only 2 exercises, but they are amazingly powerful, and it's not just for today, it's for the next 30 days.
Right.
So what are these 2 exercises?
And why 30 days? Because 30 days you build
We
new
want
habits,
to make
right?
it a habit.
Yes.
It does. You don't need 30 days to build a habit, but if you go about these exercises for 30 days, you will make them a habit.
Yes, exactly.
You will include them in your operating system, and that is all that matters, because afterwards you will be doing it effortlessly. You will be letting your subconscious work for you.
Yes, it becomes second nature, you know,
Right.
so it's
So,
easier.
what are these two
So we have
exercises?
two exercises for you. The first one is write one product improvement per day in your notebook. Okay, so sit with your morning coffee, think about it a bit, and take a quick note about it. Okay?
Just one,
Just one
but
improvement.
every day, every morning, like after lunch. I don't know which segment of the day is fitting for you, but just take your notebook and jot down one improvement for your product. That's it.
And just to, let's say, decompress a bit here and not create any overwhelm, a minor adjustment is an improvement, okay? It doesn't have to be something major. And remember the power of compounding and the power of optimization.
Oh, yeah.
If you do little adjustments, little tweaks here and there in your new product course, the power of combining all these little changes together will really create a more successful product course at the end, okay?
Correct.
So, and exercise number 2, take one action of improvement per day, okay?
That's it.
One little action, that's
One
it.
idea, this will make my product better, one action.
Yes.
There could be like a lag between the two, right? So the idea could be for something that is, like 3 months ahead. It doesn't matter. It could be anything. And the action could be something completely different, but something that you will do today to make your product better. Just maybe think of a more attractive title for one of your modules. That would be enough. I remember Tony Robbins talking about an amazing example from a book that didn't go well, and they
Okay.
just redid, they relaunched with a completely different title, and they crushed it.
You see?
Can you imagine?
Little adjustment.
Can you imagine that success could be so close as to just changing a title? Try that today. Improve something today. A new idea, a new thought, and a new action. Always remember, your thoughts and actions, as they compound, they create your future in your life and business. That it is what it's all about. So, always remember the 4 M's: mindset, manufacturing, marketing, and momentum. As you build on the first 3, you build the 4th one, and then you become unstoppable towards the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love.
Yes.
That's it for today. See you next week with the 5th masterclass.
See you.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye.